Hi guys, Deb from Aussie Maille here. If you're new to our channel, welcome. If you've come along and seen us a few times, then welcome back. We're really glad to have you here. So today on this video, I'm going to show you how to create our Chasing Rainbows bracelet, which was a design I developed for our MailleCon in 2018. It was so popular there and we've had lots of requests for tutorials for this. So I've decided to do this as a project video for you today. It is aimed at intermediate mailers because it does use half Persian 4-in-1. It's a little tricky, but if you watch along and take your time, I'm sure you'll be fine. Alright guys, let's get started. Okay, so this is a sample piece of the bracelet that I will be showing you how to make today. And to make this bracelet up, you're going to need the following components. So this fits, this is about 8 inches, okay? So it's a fairly comfortable fit for someone who needs about an 8-inch bracelet. There is a little bit of stretch, but there's not a great deal of stretch. But these are what you'll need to make a bracelet of this size. Okay, so we use 2 different ring sizes. One is 16 gauge AWG 3/16 or 4.76 millimeters. Now we use a total of 42 of these rings in the bracelet, but we've got that broken down into 7 colors. So that's 6 rings of each color if you follow this exact pattern. So the colors that I've got are red, purple, royal blue, sky blue, lime, yellow, and orange. And the other side you need is 14 gauge AWG, which is 1.6 millimeter diameter wire, and it has a ring ID of 5/16 of an inch or 7.94 millimeters, and you'll need a total of 84 of those. And of course you will also need some EPDM rings. These are black EPDM in the same size as our large AA ring, so 14 gauge AWG with an internal diameter of 5/16 of an inch or 7.94 millimeters, and you'll need 84 of these also. And then you will also need a twist tie or a paper clip, something like that, to help you start the weave, and of course your smooth jawed pliers, 2 pairs of these. These ones are from our Xuron range. This is our short nosed, and this is our chisel nose. Okay, so to start this bracelet off, I like to lay out my anodized aluminium rings in the pattern that I'm going to be doing. So as you can see, we're going red, purple, royal blue, or dark blue, sky blue, lime, yellow, and orange. And I like to just keep it in that pattern just so I can see where I'm up to. So we're going to create this bracelet by making 2 pieces of half Persian 4-in-1 and joining them together. So to make our first piece, I'm going to take 4 of our EPDM rubber rings and I'm going to stack them so they sit up behind each other. Okay, and then I'm going to take my twist tie and I'm going to slip it through all those 4 rings and then just give it a little twist so that we can loosely hold those 4 rings in place. Okay, and then I'm going to take my first one, which is red. Okay, I'm going to open that up and I'm going to go, so half Persian 4-in-1, we go down through 2 and up through 2. So every large ring, every aluminium ring is going to have 4, it's going to go through 4 rubber rings. Okay, so when I say down through, I mean coming from the back of the weave to the front of the weave, and up through is going from the front of the weave, which is the bit that's facing you, to the back. So I'm going to go down through 1, 2, and up through 3, 4. Okay, and we're going to close that off. And then with our next one, which is our purple ring, we're going to open it up and we're going to take one of our EPDM rings and we're going to pop that on there. So that's down through 1, 2, okay, so we're going through just one ring this time, and then we're going to go up through 1 and 2, okay, and we're going to sit on top of the ring that we put in there before. So it's only going to go through the rubber rings, it doesn't go through the AA ring at all, and we close that up. Okay, and we move to our next colour and we do exactly the same thing. Pop one ring on, so that's down through 1 and 2, and then up through 1 and 2. So up through the next 2 rings, rubber rings in the weave, and close it off. Okay, I'll show you that once more, taking our next ring in our sequence. So we go through, down through 1, 2, so we've got it going through 2 rings, and then we want it to twist it around and come up through 1, 2 rings. So it goes through a total of 4 rings, and we close that up. So we keep doing this for the length that we require, so to make the whole bracelet up so that it's about 8 inches. There's 7 colours and there's 6 repetitions of each colour. Okay, so we just go through repeating the pattern as we go until we have used up all our rings. But we want to be stopping at after the 4th ring. We want 3 of our aluminium rings left over so that we can close our bracelet onto each other. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what that looks like for the next step. Okay, so I've used up all the rings. So I'm working on my 6th repetition basically. So I've done 5 full, and then I've just done 1, 2, 3, 4 rings in the next repetition, leaving behind a green, a yellow, and an orange ring. Okay, so now we're going to join the piece of half Persian 4-on-1 to the other end. So what I've done here is I've removed the twist tie. Okay, and what I want you to do now is I want you to hold on to the end of our bracelet. So the end that's got the sky blue in it, not the beginning of the bracelet which has the red. So holding on to that, we then bring our beginning around and we sit it so that our black rings, you can see here, our black rings all stack up behind each other. Okay, so we want to maintain the pattern that's already in place. So to do that, we put the beginning, the first black ring, behind the last black ring. And keeping the colour sequence in play, we take up our green, or our lime, a light green ring, and we're going to go down through that ring there, so our first ring there, so we're starting to join the ends, through the last ring, the one that's on top, so that's down through 1 and 2, and then we're going to go up through the next 2 rings here. Okay, so you can see when you're looking at this, you can see this space here has a ring through it, so we want to move to the next ring. It doesn't have a ring through it, so that's the one where we want to go up. We go up through it and the one directly behind it. Okay, so you've gone through 4 rings in total. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rubber rings that we've gone through. I'm going to close that up. Okay, so we've joined those 2 ends together, but as you can see, we've still got a couple of rings to add. So taking up the next ring in the sequence, which is the yellow ring, we're going to, on this side, on our right side, we're going to go to where the red ring is. So see that eye that's formed there that the red ring is in? We're going to put our yellow ring through that same eye. We want it to go through that eye. So that's down through rings 1 and 2. And then on the other side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at this here, and we can see that this rubber ring has a ring through it. This rubber ring has an AA ring through it. This rubber ring here, it doesn't. So that's where we're going to place our AA ring through it and the rubber ring behind it. So we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4 rubber rings. Okay, and we're going to close that up. Alright, so it's looking pretty good. It's nearly done. We just need to replace one more ring in here. Now this one we're going to do a little bit differently than we have been. It's a little bit trickier than the others. So instead of starting on the right hand side this time, I'm going to start on the left side. So to do that, I'm going to go through, so you can see that this rubber ring has an AA ring through it, but this one here doesn't. So I'm going to go through it and through the rubber ring that's behind it. And then I'm going to turn this so that I can see the back of my weave, right? And down here in the back of our weave, you can see that this rubber ring has an AA ring through it. This rubber ring has an AA ring through it. But this one here and the one directly behind it don't have a ring through it. So that's where we want to feed our anodized ring next. Okay, so it's a little bit trickier. We want to bring that end around so that it goes through the first rubber ring there, down through the second rubber ring, and when we bring it out at the front, we want to make sure it comes underneath the anodized or the red ring that's there. Okay, so I'll show that to you again. It is a little tricky. So the front's easy. The front, we're looking for these rings here on the left that don't have an anodized aluminium ring going through them, through the eye there. So we go straight through that eye, and then we turn our work around. And in here, we're looking for the same thing, the black rings that don't have an anodized ring going through them. And then we want to go through both of them. Don't go through just one. We want to go through both of them. So you can see we've got a ring going through that one, a ring going through that one, but no ring going through this one here. So we want to go through it and the ring that's directly behind it, so that we're going through a total of 4 rings, because remember it's half Persian 4 in 1. And then when we feed that ring all the way through, so it pops out the other side, we need to make sure that it comes out underneath the red ring. So it doesn't go through the red ring, it only goes through the black rings, and then we close that up, and you can see that we've joined the bracelet. Okay, so that's one half. The other half we want to do exactly the same, except you do your colors in reverse. So with this one we went red, purple, royal blue, sky blue, lime, yellow, orange. We want to do it the other way. Okay, so we're going to start with orange. It will be our first one, then our yellow, then our lime green, our sky blue, our royal blue, our purple, and our red. Okay, we need to do that to make sure that they mirror each other correctly. So go ahead and make a bracelet the exact same way that you made this one, just remembering to mirror your colors. Okay, and I'll meet you back here to show you how to put them together. Okay, so next lay out your 3/16 rings in the same original order that you had your half Persian 4 in 1 done in, sorry. And then take up your 2 pieces. So you can see here I've got 2 pieces of half Persian 4 in 1. And you want to position them so that the EPDM rings run down the middle, and that you've got the same colour either side there like that. Okay, so what we want to do now is join these 2 pieces together. So to do that, take up your first ring, which is your red one, and we're going to put this through. You've got a couple of ways of doing this. You could put it through the EPDM rings that the red ring goes through. So you can see if we look at just one here, the red ring goes through this EPDM and this one here. Okay, it goes straight through there. So we would put our small ring through there, and we would do the same on the other side. We can see that the red ring on the other side goes through these two EPDM rings. So we can pop it through there and then do that up, close that up. Okay, so that it looks like that. Okay, and you would continue to do that all the way around your bracelet. Another way, if you wanted to change that patterning up just a little bit, is you could put it through the next pair of rings. So instead of going through the red pair, you could put it through where the orange pair goes. So if we do that, I'll show you what that looks like. We go through where the orange ring was, and again, same on the other side. And then we close that up. And it changes the position then so that it's sort of snuggled in between the two coloured rings. So it's up to you which way you want to do it, whether you want the colouring to be there and sort of put like a point, an arrow almost, or if you want it to be on the inside of the coloured rings. So if we're continuing with the inside of the coloured rings, we just go over to the next one. So in this case, we would be putting the ring through where the red rings go. So straight through those two just there, and then up through corresponding pair on the other side, and we would close that up. Okay, and we would just keep going around the bracelet until we've joined all the pieces. Okay, so again, the royal blue, or the royal blue, we would put it through where those purple rings are, so through the two EPDM on this side where the purple is, and the two EPDM on the other side, and close that up. Okay, and you just work your way around until you have joined both sides up completely. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I'll get back to you to show you what the finished product looks like. Okay, so you can see that I have just about come back around to the beginning. I've just got a couple of more rings to place, so I'll just do that now. Okay, so through the 4 EPDM rings, and we've got just one more to place, the orange one just in there. Okay, so through 1, 2, 3, 4 black rings, and close it up. Okay, so you can see that's the Chasing Rainbows bracelet. Now you can wear this two ways. You can wear it with the coloured rings exposed, or you can flip it over and you can wear it that way. It's up to you. Two completely different looks in one. There you go. It's your Chasing Rainbows bracelet. Well guys, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this video today and you get to make yourself a lot of lovely Chasing Rainbows bracelets. It really is a beautiful design and a lot of people went away very happy at MailleCon with it. If you did like this video today, don't forget to give us a thumbs up here at YouTube. Make a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. Share the video, and if you haven't already, if you could become a subscriber, that would be fantastic. Every little bit of interaction you guys have with us here on YouTube really does go a long way towards helping us, and it enables us to keep creating these free tutorials for you. If you want to share what you've made, you can tag us on Instagram, pop it up on our Facebook wall. We'd love to hear from you guys. While you're here at YouTube, don't forget to check out some of our other videos. We do currently have over 100 tutorial videos here on YouTube, so I'm sure you're going to find something that you'd like to make next. And of course, check out our website for all the all-important supplies to make up any of the videos we do actually have here on YouTube. Alright guys, so that's it. Again, I really hope you enjoyed the video today and that we see you again sometime in the future. Bye!